Mic test 1 2. Okay, I like that. Ah. Okay, I'm ready to go. Yeah, let's get to it. And 1 and 2 and 3. If I turn this on, my face should be less blue and more overexposed. That helps. Helps a bit. Okay, I'll just be red faced today. Doing a few messages in the background before I get started. Can minimize that. Click here, do this. In this Discord channel I'm in, they've added a Quordle game in the chat room, and I play Wordle every day in the morning, so I like it. This Quordle, however, has a 6-letter word instead of a 5-letter. And it's like each time a player make a guess, they all have their own cooldown. So, yeah, team effort. Let's see here. Someone wrote that. I did that. Something with an R and an O. Let me make my guess first, and then I'll get to it. That's not a word. Okay, I'm getting hung up on this Wordle game. Remix with extra sprinkles. Ice cream in the cup. What could smart be? I'll get back to it later. Okay, let's get to it. Alright, last fiddled with the disc grill. Disc grill and this thing here. I would like to tweak this up a bit more. Let's turn on Elson and this part. So I want this bit and this bit. Just wanting to bring it in the body more. Maybe I don't. How about I leave it there? Maybe it's okay the way it is now. Don't feel like fiddling with that. Colors. Right, so I last played with the grill disc, the smokestacks, the little spike collar rings around it. I did add this little swoosh here. Let's color this too. Some of that. Some of this. Of all the decal corner stuff, it doesn't quite match what I've been doing. Took this helmet, took this faceplate, to this, so I may want to revisit this little squiggle I did here. Yeah, revisit the squiggle. Let's see. What I could do if I duplicate this. Oh, not the whole folder. Not the whole folder. That stuff will happen. If I dupe this, let's add a line, say here. Sure, yeah. Yoink this. Actually. Yeah, I guess I do want to yoink it. Yoink that. Delete that. Keep that, delete the other. This may not work the way I'm thinking. Extrude this. Like so. Let's crease it too. And let's push this in. Just the, nope, not like that. In the same direction, so add that here. Nope. That did not work. But I'm glad I tried it out anyways to confirm that it did not work. Then again, I did say on my last stream, it is a very, very tiny detail. I should not worry about that. Yeah, don't let it... It's gonna bother me. I need to fight it. Temptation. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me check my word. There's a T, there's an O, there's an R. Two O's. Back to the stream. Did that. Oh, I also did the little rim here on the body plate. think this part here, do I want to create this battle damage hole here? Or leave it intact? I already added the damage thigh bow here with little wrappings. So how could I build this here? If I do that, this cuts out through the back as well. I may tweak this since it's just out of the ordinary. I'll do what I did up here. So let's do that for consistency. Shake. Yeah. So I would duplicate this, yoink that, delete the rest. Give it some thickness. Extrude somewhere around here. Add some more on the back so it intersects the model. We'll make it more. There. Crease the corners, but not here. Increase that. That looks good, because I only need this little corner here. Corner, maybe down here too. Alright, let's do a quick save. About to bring out the knife curve, knife anything. Ends the crash, maybe. Apply. Knife curve. Get this chunk. Oh. Delete the lower. Drop that off. Cannot it. Uh-oh, I don't like this little pinch here. Must have been a crease I forgot to increase. Yeah. Increase, relax. There, this is much better. So, apply, delete, knife. And while I'm here, I can let's trim this off. Cool. I'll take some colors. Here, let me turn off some folders so they're not in the way. Turn off the rear thigh. The hind legs. Okay, knife time. Knife circle, if I do something that can match this curvature. How about here? Nice. all this little squiggle back here. So I did that. I need to add like another thing here. A little bullet shape. What else? So if I did that, there's another. Oh, actually, I think this is half. This is one of those wavy diamond sword spike look. Something like this. So if I look at it this way, I can mirror this. And that could work. Before I knife out this yellow piece here, let me see if I can mirror and weld Y. Oop, not X. Let's turn this off. It's up there. Let me hide this jacket piece for now. Thinking, so you have a little bullet here, give it some space, one more, something like that. Hey, that kind of works out. Need to tweak this a bit, fold that in. Yeah, that could work. Same thing with this. Mirror weld Y. Grab this. Come on down. Somewhere here. Gotta line it up. So let's say here to here. Here to here. Which one is further? I think that they're kind of even, so I can do that at least. Smidge. There. Any rotation needed? Or did I already do that? I think I did rotate it. Okay, no. I could tilt it like this. That'll be fine. Here. Oops. There, make sure it's masked. Just do a little bit of tilt. Okay, I like that. Now to add that little bullet doohickey. Let's get the jacket turned back on. I think I'm okay with that for now. Let's add our 1 unit helper. Ooh. Also, things are a bit laggy. Let me turn off some more. And that should do it. Back to this little cube. this one slightly higher than my pink here, so this should work. I'll leave it like that. I'll try not to make this not too fancy. So something like this, crease, dynamic set div 5.4. I think I can lose this middle one. Oops. Delete that. Turn symmetry. Y. Let's do inserts. Is it Y? Yeah, it's Y. Why is it Y? Oh, Elson. So let's do multiple edge loop with interactive on. Something like this. I guess one line in the middle here. Increase this. And scale it out. Ooh, not that. Scale just the loop. Just the loop, yes. So we have that going on. This part I wouldn't mind flattening. Flattening and lowering. Something like that. Maybe a crease down the middle might make it nice. Yeah. Now, if there's a way to make it flow. Flow. Maybe I could grab these two. Pull it out. There. Mask that. Low like that, perhaps. Yeah, let's start with that. Start with the far end. Mask this, and we'll bring this one in. That's not gonna work. Maybe it will work. It's weird. Let's increase this. This edge. And bring the tip down. So do that. Something like this. Maybe I do need that crease. Yeah, crease that and that. This is really pointy and it swoops down there. How do we swoop it? I need to grab this corner here. Yeah, this corner. Grab, mask, invert, and here comes the swoop. Also, mine is really sticking out far. So let's bring it in. Something like this, perhaps. What happens if I bring this in? Actually, leave it there, but crease it. That should hold it in place and give it a nicer, sharper swoop. So we got this. That kind of goes in place here. This one. Let me pull it up so I can see it better. Yeah, it's a bit low. Grab this, go down here. And oop. Grab this, go down. There. Shroop. Story of the Shroop. I think I'm okay with this. This is really sticking up though. If I didn't have the jacket on, turn the jacket off, and get this. Bring that in. This one too. Yeah. Let's come back to this later. No, we'll continue with this. Back to the jacket. So I'm trying to cut out the profile. Yeah, I just undid that stuff. Because I forgot to account for the jacket. Pull this out, pull this out. I might need to teeter-totter this. I guess here looks good. However, that looks symmetrical, kinda. Teeter some more. A little bit to the left. I think that'll work for now. Quick save. Checking my other tabs, my other screen. Okay, back to this. Back to the jacket. If I were to continue to cut this out, I might need to use the knife curve. So I did a quick save. Let's do a hard save too. Last hard save was back in 3:15. It is 8:50. So if I can do a V shape, perhaps here, give it some offset. Double tap. Reposition. How about here? Nothing happened. Well, I know I can get rid of this much at least. I think it was just struggling. here. Double tap. Voila. Not the prettiest cut, but I think I can move it in place. BMN, move infinite. There. Back to the knife. Knife curve. Knife circle. Where'd you go? Here we are. I'll try to recreate the oval cutout here. How about this? Looks good. Maybe a little bit lower. Here, this match up with the curvature of my pink first, and then move it out. Come on, you. We can do this. Okay, guess I had to pull it more down, or down more. It's like 75%. Come on. I'll settle for 80%. How about that? Cool. Snip. Yay. Quick save. Because that took a while. It's a good start, and I can nudge it in place if I have to. I'm going to actually move this up a bit. Nudge, nudge. Maybe add something like this here. This one is in the corner. Maybe the swoop ends. I'll do that. I'll do that little tail here. Okay, let's clean up the rest. Knife curve. Will this work? It kinda did. Now to repeat what I just did over here. I did something like the no, other way. Looks like we're cutting in here. Add a slight curve. Going to double tap. I think that's it. Let's just hide this here. Let's see if we can pull this back, inch it more. I think that'll work. It's a bit more detailed. I would like to pull this back. It won't be symmetrical. I'll grab this part of the tail. And pull and push. Do I like that? Not really. Here, I need to move it in some more. Oh right, I did add the inflated trap angles on these. On the pink and blue. And now that I'm covering it up, that kind of makes it pointless. We'll leave it there. Just tuck you inside there. Cool. I'll have to tuck you in. Do I? How about smooth? Well, don't smooth yet. Let me dynamesh it first. Whew. It's at 19. Let's do dynamesh. Ooh. Higher dynamesh. Higher than that. That looks good. Let's see, turn symmetry on. Let's do a slight smoothing. A little bit of smooth here and there. These are really, really up higher than this, so maybe I need to bring all this down. Symmetry. Grab multiple, switch this off to here. Yoink, 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 and yoink. Here we go. Maybe I leave the yellow one there. Deselect that. Huh? Grab that, that, and that. We'll keep going in. Oh, I don't know. Maybe lower the blue. The blue and the yellow. Symmetry line. Ah, they're not symmetrical. Okay, no worries. Just manually mask it off. Here, here. Inverts. Yeah. Something like this. It's much lower than before. Yeah. Still a bit too high. These can I deal with you? This one is just tilted. Oops. Turn off symmetry. Zero in. Rocket. It is 9. Keep going. Still not liking this thing here. I'll leave it there, and I'll glance at it so often. Maybe I'll come up with another version or something. Something. What else do I see on the body? That's all I can see. This thing. Let's move it up a bit. So does it intersect down here? The bottom part. Well, here I need to fill in this gap. Let's go here. I could do this. Grab that and that. Yeah. And just extrude this down. Not pretty, but it'll work. And if I increase this, give it more a rounded look. It should be making intersection. Should be intersecting it. And it is. It's intersecting that. These red thingies. Did I inflate it? I did not. Oh, I guess I can't. Yeah, I can. Do mirror weld X. And then from here, I can scale this out. Like so, to give it that draft angle. Yeah. That looks good. Except for this. So let me scale it again, but not too much. Ooh. I really got it in there, don't I? Okay. Let's do inflate. It's giving me this a similar result. This should work. Oop, actually, let's inflate it some more. Thinking during the printing process. I don't think these are even centered with this. Let's verify. If I scale this out, scale it out, scale it out, it could go up a bit. So let's move this up. Same with this, like green donuts. This can be like right here. Alright, back to this one, the teal piece. Gonna do the same. I need to. These part I can delete. That'll save some space. Delete. La. Okay, there. Go here. Flatten. Let's inflate a bit. Let's inflate some more. Ooh, too much. That looks okay. Yeah. I don't see it poking out. Cool. Let's zoom this out. So other than this thingy, the little metal band-aid, the exploded canister with gems flying out, and the belt strap, I think those are the stuff I have left. And then the detailing, and then the posing. I'm almost done. 4 more things to go, 4 more steps. Let me use the restroom really quick. Need to think on it. Watra. Okay, I'm back. Thinking. Maybe I could make the buckle holder a bit bigger. Just a bit. Oh, I don't even have these together. I think that's for the best. So here. Do I want to make it rounded? I could do that. I've done a few of that so far. So BZM, go here, insert, middle, interactive. And if I do something like just one line, yeah, one of these. Crease, do that. Cool. I like that one. Yeah. Do the same for this. I like that. Insert, tap, crease, uncrease. Lovely. Here, this part doesn't have to be creased, so I can, not the loop, just the edge, increase that. Yeah, better. Better. Boom, 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 boom. As for the buckle, to make it flow. Making it flow. I mean, this one seems to be flowing okay. Can I make it better if I do something like this? Yeah. We'll do that. Here, do this. Go down. Match that outline like so. Cool. Buckle. Rotate this. Yeah, need to rotate this some more. Rotate it so it can have a nice support angle as it prints. And also, I could just manually grab this and push it in. So like this, have it curve more. Let's play with the buckle down here. Let's make that X. This was a lot of Z modeling. I think I did. How did I do it? Do I have any previous? I don't have that. I have that. Okay. I think I can remember how I did it. So here, let's duplicate this belt clip off. Symmetry. Symmetry Z. Okay. The thing I did was let's try insets. Something like this. This one has a tiny little square, so I need to make it go higher. Oh, higher and up here. Oh geez, just bring the whole thing up there. So mask that. Click here. Raise it up. And let's square it up too. So if I were to square this up, let's draw this, invert, and something like this perhaps. Something like that. Make it bigger. Square it up some more, like that. Okay, I think it's coming back to me now. So from here, I believe I inset that, and I think I pulled it up. Extrude. No, that's not it. That's not it. Undo all that. Let's see, how did I do this? This belt. I think I extruded it. Extruded it twice. Or extrude and scale in. I've done something like that before. I just can't remember the steps to do so. So I did that. Oh, I'm missing a step somewhere. So do that. Crease. Let's crease all this too. Crease the corners. There, there, and there. I want this crease too, so this corner needs to be creased. There, there. And here, and here. Something's not right though. Okay, undo all that. Try this again. Grab these. Extrude. So I have that. Did I bevel it? Yeah, it looks like I did. So do that. Something here, something here. Undo, undo. What if I did it? Nope. What did I do? How did I get that? It sets. Ah. Oh no, come on. Okay, undo. I guess I start here, there. So let's do this. Grab this, extrude. No, it's doing that again. How did I do that? think I have another idea. Inset this again. And the green one, if I can grab that, just the green. I don't want anything else, I just want the green. Aye, crash! I did not want to crash. Hydrate. Hydrate and Wordle. Got distracted with Wordle. Okay, quick save. Oh. How far? Not too far. It was just this part here. Okay. Yes. Symmetry Z, LSim. Alright, back at it. I was raising this up. And then squaring it. So, something like this. So I did that. Did an inset. Like that. And I squared it up. And now we're back at where we were before. Square. And scale. And square. A bit more. Okay. Quick save while we're at it. Getting quite distracted with that Wordle on my screen. I want to make a guess, so I can use it my cooldown. Okay, back to here. Let's see. What was the idea? This. This seems right. It looks right. Oh! I think I know now. Grab this. Don't crash, don't crash. Mask that, I believe. Nope. Pulling it doesn't help. Yeah. Did I stitch it? Maybe. Maybe I did stitch it. Stitch here to here. No, then I'm just undoing what I just did. Undo. Gosh, how do I create that effect? Come on, me. Remember. It looks like I did make an extrusion. I extrude. Okay. That might have been. I extruded it and scaled it inwards. So. Undo all of this. Grab this. Extrude. And then those little bevel cutout. Sets. Okay, no. Ah. Let's do it much thinner. Grab this, extrude. Is there a gap there? Come on. How did I do this? Remember, dude. I pulled it up. I didn't stitch it. Well, maybe I did here. I think these were stitched here to here, here to here. Maybe? I want to guess maybe. Here to here. This may not work, but I'm just going to do it anyway, so I can absolutely clear it out. Nope. Ah. Okay, let's extrude all of this. Here, here, and here. Yoink this out. Or, what if it's the other way around? What if this is the case? I don't think it is. But again, just trying to rule it out. If I extrude, no. If I go down, no. If I Q mesh, maybe. Did that do anything? Kind of? But how's any different than... Okay, undo. This. This color's a bit too intense. So intense it's fading me out because it's green. Yeah. Let's make you this color. There, I'm solid again. Maybe a bit darker. Okay, there we go. Oh, that doesn't help. I need it so I can see the corners. Crease these. Crease that and that. One here. One here. here. Increase that and that. How's it look now? It looks like this. Did I scale it out? There is something I did to create this. Mumble, mumble, mumble. How did I do it? Let's Q-mesh it. See if we can reverse engineer it. So if I do that... Oh, there was no inset. Did I extrude it? Undo, 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 undo. No inset, huh? So it was like this. Yeah. Could this be it? I think I found it. That looks like it. Okay. Yay! Woo. For those that have watched Kung Fu Panda 4, there's that scene where the beaten up guards are like, hooray, yay! They're injured, they're applauding. It's a nice touch to the scene. It added some character. Yeesh. I can't believe this is what I have to do. There might be an easier way of doing this, but I can't think of anything right now, so this will have to do. I still gotta crease it? I'll do that later. One here. One here. And now we crease. Just these corners, fortunately. 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4. Gosh. Huh? Okay. Did I scale it or something? Okay, whatever. I'm leaving it there. This one was a 5-4, this one is also 5-4. Okay. I think I was able to scale in the inset. Whoa, not like that. Huh? It's kind of weird. angle of scaling things. Scale, single poly, axis center. Nope, not that one. Local symmetry. Hey, there we go. Right, this will work. Yay! Oh gosh. Oop, I had to. Okay, do the same for here too. Click, 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 click. Done. Hard save that. 9 o'clock? How long did it take me? I hope it didn't take me 30 minutes to do this. Let's do that little buckle. Okay, well, no, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. It's a work in progress. And a quick save because I don't remember. Oops. What I hit? What I hit? I hit something. Okay. 9. Well, now that I know how to do that, let's do a little bit of rotating. Lasso, rotate. So I want that point and this point. Invert. I guess I want all of this. Invert that. Yeah, this would work. Eyeballing it. Cool. Okay. Yay. Think, think, think. So I said I had like 4 stuff left. Number 1. Number 2. Let's do number 2. The details, 3, 4 is opposing. Okay. Metal band-aid, here we come. This. Here's what I have in mind. Subtool. Duplicate that. Yoink that. Delete. Extrude, polygroup all. Give us some thickness here. So that it's intersecting and 3D printable. And then for this part, how thick do I want it? No thicker than my red piece here. So let's zoom in. Yeah, that's a good piece right here. Increase that. Okay. We shall apply that. And I just want to mask this band-aid shape. So to the edge here. Let's turn this on. So say it's like this. Doodle, doodle, doodle. Something like here. Kinda goes around. I can make that cleaner. Well, leave it there. I'll add some more to it. So like here, goes down. And like so. Let's make this nicer. So mask, come over here by hand. I could use some more subdivision. There's a point here. I could add the points afterwards, or do this. This lump. I got too carried away with this lump here. Or maybe I didn't make it lumpy enough. Let's go here. Yeah. This looks like a good start. The midline here. So it's here. I could probably something like that. Try to make it more rounded. Okay, this should be a good starting point. Now we extract. Smooth it up. 0.002. I can't see. Yeah. Yeah. And I did double. Ooh, that's an ugly double. That should work though. Do that. Excellent. Delete that. Grab this, mask, invert, gizmo, and this piece can hide that. This one we pull. Could do it this way or hold down control. Yeah, do that. Okay, yeah. I'll take that. Delete that. I think if I do deformation, polish group. Hey, that looks nice. Yeah, do that with a subdiv 5.4. No, I keep doing 5.4. I never actually pay attention if I did like a, say, 3.2. Maybe they're the same. How about a 2.1? They look the same. 5.4. Well, actually, that looks a bit sharper. Well, no, I didn't do the polish. Ah, not polish. Polish my groups. I clicked something. Polish my feature. Polish my groups. Oh, dang it. What did I click on? I guess polish by groups. So far, when it comes to adding the battle damage decal, I made the damaged thigh bow with the bandage. That's 1. This is number 2, the metal band-aid. I guess I gotta make the 3rd one, or do I? I can add these little bullet holes and scratches and dents, but this one though. I think I will. I'll have to figure out how. And, yeah. But for now, let's do this. The bolts. I count 3, 6, 8. Let's get my draw size reticle. Can I add a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, I think I can. BI machine parts. Either machine parts or model kits. Let's do the model kits. Model kits. Bolts. Nuts. There you go. Fasteners. So. How does it look like? 1, 2, 3. We can start that and kind of go backwards from there. So we'll do 1 here. Invert, split mask parts. Go down, back to this. So you have 1 here. 2. Oh. Oops, too close. 3. 4. Mine are really big. 3 more. So it'd be like 1 here. Or wait, start the corners. Here. Here, and then something like that, perhaps. Those are big bolts. I like it. They stand out. Yeah, that's a good thickness. Now I need to push it all in. So maybe here and like that. Hey, yeah, that'll work. Something like this. And if possible, I would like to inflate them. That's a tricky one. I like those fasteners and metal band-aid. Oh, gotta follow. Thank you, Big Hijinks. I appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a good night, good Saturday evening, wherever you are. Nice to see someone streaming Zbrush. Yeah, I don't see much Zbrush these days. I see a few blenders here and there, but yeah, Zbrush is my jam. It's the language I speak. Yeah, do you do Zbrush too? What kind of 3D do you do, if any? Oh, you're learning. Let's see, learning. I'm always learning too. Zbrush, so much to explore, so many tools and brushes and filters and all that stuff to explore. What kind of 3D modeling you do? You do 3D printing, character rigging, game stuff? What is your end goal? Because there's so much path you can go with ZBrush. Let's see. I work professionally with 3ds Max. It's fine. It's late here. I can barely read the words unless I squint really hard. But the 3ds Max, I forget. Is that is it like a CAD for manufacturing parts? 3ds? I forget what 3ds Max do. Or maybe I'm thinking of SolidWorks. Yeah. Front leg, quick fence. Thought I heard a weird sound. Let me turn this on. Screen might be a bit laggy. Hopefully not. You can pretty much do any type of modeling, rendering with it. Okay. Modeling and rendering. Makes me think of a bit of Blender. Blender is starting to become the all 3D thingy. For my rendering part, I use Keyshot. Yeah, ZBrush for my 3D modeling, rendering for Keyshot for rendering. Peggle feet, hind leg, this. What else do I have? And the rear thigh. Here comes the lag. It's gonna be a little bit laggy, bear with me. Actually, I could have just checked this on my phone. Oh, I think it's just loud noise from my neighbor. Someone with their trailer pitching stuff. Yeah. Okay, that was it. My end goal is to 3D print my models. Yeah, that's what I do. Getting a resin printer. What do you have your eyes on for resin printer? Currently, I have the Anycubic, the small Anycubic Photon 4K, and the Anycubic 3 Max, the big one. I'm wanting to get me a Formlabs, the new one, but I need to not get too carried away and buy it and not have a streamlined workflow going on for it just yet. But I do like Formlabs, just the reliability, the slicing software. I don't have to manually add the supports in Vici, because that's such a good quality of life. Let's see here. And yeah, for it to print fast too, that's great. But before I can get that nice printer, I need to do some mind mapping, figure out what's my business model for that. Uniformation. That's a new one. Let me take a quick look at that. Unification. Oh, also, most recently, I don't know, have you looked into or heard about the Micronics? I think they're the SLS printer. They're trying to make it more entry-level, affordable. I don't know how well the resolution, that SLS, the powder printer, compares with a nice resin printer. Huh, interesting. Uniformation. How much do they go for? The brightness. On Amazon? Okay. Big one. Well, cool. Learn something new. What's their build plate size? Oh, wait, this is light. save every penny, effortless cleaning, tidy. Let's see. From everything I have watched, the GK2 is really good. If you want to. For sure. Thank you for sending me that link. I'm always trying to keep up to date with what kind of a printer is out there. A vat heater? I got printer. Oh, okay. Well, the vat heater. It's nice that it comes with the heater. I had to put one together. It was one of those what was his name? Veggie guy. He did like a tutorial on how to buy a piece off of eBay, how to solder it, how to print out another casing for it and shove it all in there. Oh, what's this? It's on sale? So, for what? Wait, am I looking at the right one? This is the, yeah, GK2. It's at $8.50 on Amazon. Add your $120 coupon. Okay, it's about the same as my, well, is it? Anycubic Max? What is it called? M3? M3 Max. What's the price of M3 Max these days? Oh, it's mine's a bit more. But how much is their coupon? Oh, they don't have coupon. Okay. I must have got it during the sale or something. M3 Max. I got it at $830. That was a year ago. Oh, one more thing I should look at. So, does it have its own auto resin filler? That was a thing that was annoying at first with my Anycubic M3 Max. Was that that was the selling point? Was it has its own automatic resin filler dispenser? When I got it, it didn't work. Well, it worked, but the issue was the bottle that you use and you screw it in, there was a leak somewhere. It wasn't enough tight airflow, so I had to like duct tape it for it to kind of have a strong airflow and pump the resin into the machine. That was just through back and forth nonsense with the Anycubic tech support, but eventually I found out that was the case. So it works, but the downfall was in the beginning, if you are wanting to print on a bigger resin with a bigger build plate volume, you gotta have enough resin to keep on, supporting that much volume for that model. So I made like a huge complaint towards them. They kept on sending me new resin pump assembly. I installed it. So yeah, that's one thing to consider. If the GK2 doesn't have its own automatic resin dispenser, you may have to manually fill it up with resin yourself. Like, if you pause the print during mid-print and fill it up, you may run the chance of, I don't know, some lines. Your results may vary. But yeah, let's see. From what people are saying, they really did a good job with all its features. Okay. Cool. Well, if it's got good positive reviews so far, then that's something. But hopefully it has some way to kind of do its automatic resin filler, though. If you plan on printing big models. If it's like small, miniature pieces that you have like 10 per row, you should be okay. But for me, I was printing out big size print that took like 35 hours, so I didn't really want to babysit or get homework during lunchtime to manually refill the resin reservoir. Okay. Right, I was thinking I had like 2 more stuff left. First I have 4 more stuff. I was doing this little metal band-aid here. That one. I can start adding the small details now. Well, this one, if I can figure out how to add this battle damage with gems coming out or exposed, that'd be cool. Printing wise might be a nightmare unless I somehow fill in the gaps. This broken piece here, I don't want to print a big piece. I'm thinking maybe 3 or 5 inch, 3 or 4 inch. So the strap is going to be really thin. Thin in mid-air, unless I thicken the heck out of it. Or I could leave the strap on. If I do that, then yay, that works. Let me get back to this last. The very, very last step will be to pose it in a certain way that I want it to look. Yeah, let's start adding the details now. Now comes the fun part. Let's do a hard save. Well, I can start with top to bottom. Or do I? Maybe I'll save that for last. Let's start with the little shin plate here. So here, there's a few ways I can approach this. I still have this in the lowest polygon. I could duplicate this. Go here, and do apply. Now I have some points here. So what I had in mind was to add some noise texture. Surface, noise, frame. And let me see how it looks like just regular noise. Regular noise looks all rocky texture. If I use the noise, well, if I go to the Lightbox noisemaker, find some presets. This one has, let's see. I could go with noise 5, or actually noise 02. Let's give this a try. So we have this, but I need to tone it down a bit. Something like that. Make it this. It's got that little swampy camouflage texture to it. So we'll do okay. If I do mask by noise, and then I inflate it, something like that. There. And then deselect everything. So we have this. Is this what I'm looking for? That looks a bit too rocky to me. Let's try other noises. That was noise 02. Noise 19 looks the same. Let's see. Is this from... You are correct. This is from Magic the Gathering. Is this a card you have? Let me drag this in here. It is this card. Combat Courier. What does it do again? Sacrifice this, draw a card. Unearth. This one. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exile. Yep, it's this card. Just guess. Good guess. Yeah, I reached out to, well, to start in the very, very beginning, the Magic the Gathering card website, Scry Planer, something Planer, Sky. Well, one day I was like going through the library of MTG cards, and there's a lot. And before the whole AI art, back when I was a kid, I was really, I liked the art style that the artist did back then, before AI. And they draw some nice stuff, especially like the black cards. It's all kind of scary or awe and mystifying. But I really like their artifact cards. So I figured, let me just scroll through, make a folder, and just kind of like, hey, I like this, I favorite this. And then eventually I worked my way down to reaching out to the artist himself and say, hey, I like your card. Mind if I 3D model it and do this? And Alex Brandwin was nice enough to give me a nice high resolution image to use as reference. And once I get done with this, I'm gonna reach back out to her and say, hey, I did it. Let's have a little chat. Or let's do like a live streaming, do some Q&As, because I would love to see what MTG artists what they do to create these images. Like, if they have a script they go off of, I think it's the something of the Wizard of the Coast. I'd like to kind of know what's it like when they get reached out to commission MTG artwork for the cards, and want to pick her brains, see what her workflow step was like, what she start first, where she get, you know, inspiration ideas from. So with that in mind, that's kind of how I'm picturing it. Yeah, get a nice little live chat going on, put it together in video, edit it, and, you know, see how it goes. So at first, this, I thought it would be a simple project for me, but I overestimated the detail that she put into it. So it's been going on for a while. I'm almost done though. I do have another artist lined up. So his is much more simpler. He has this little clockwork gnomes. I could probably do both of these. This one would be, if this was me talking in Zbrush, it'd be like insert a cone, insert like a square or a cube, another one here, this, boom, done. But another time. And doing these are good practice for me too, because I don't normally explore all the features Zbrush has to offer. And yeah, I like it. Let's see this string. I don't think it's camo. I shouldn't be using camo. But it does have nice layering though. I want to give this a try and see how it looks. Not feeling it. I could manually add the texture myself. So with just this selected, I forget if this is already included in Zbrush, but there is an ore brush. Orb. Where are you? There you go. Orb brush. And there's a rock noise tool. There's another one I could try it out too. But this one I could manually, I don't want to brush it on because it'll deform it. So let's see what else does it have. There's another one I can use. This one, orb hammer. So this one could be a winner. I can just drag this out, add these little hammer. I could do that for all of it probably. Yeah, very subtle. But maybe not strong enough. I want the details to pop out too whenever I print it. Z intensity 15. What do you got? I worked through the flip normal realistic character masterclass. Oh yeah, let's see. Let me see your sculpt. You're like the third person I've heard that mentioned the flip normal stuff. Let's see. Oh, nice. You got a... I was gonna say one of those, those Oni characters. No. Oni has like this little Cheshire green with fangs sticking out. But yeah, got nice horns, little droopy eye bags and cheeks. Very good. Doing the whole sculpting from scratch, I'm not quite there yet. I've been doing a lot more, what's it called? Hard surface modeling. As far as organic sculpting goes, I've been trying to get more familiar with the ornate scroll works. Just trying to get a good understanding of how it flows and applying it to things. Let's see. So did you make that sculpt from scratch? Did you start with the sphere and just kind of push and pull the shape you want for the head? How was your workflow process for that? Let's do some here, some here, some of that. This could work. So that's my high polygon, this is my low poly count. Okay. That should work. Yeah, organic stuff is due to me. Here's more of what I do professionally. Ooh, let's see. Professionally? Oh, nice! I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? I don't know the exact words for it. What do you call it in your professional industry? You're an interior designer? There's a lady I met at one of my networking meetups. She does interior plane design, and she was wanting to get into 3D modeling so that she could do some quick concept rendering and show to her clients of what their plane decor would look like, or plane interior design in the plane would look like. It started with a cube. Yes, cube. Cube is my favorite shape. I even have my little hotkey to insert my 1-unit helper cube. I think I say maybe 90% of all the stuff I modeled here started with a cube. Love me the cube. Cube and a combination of dynamic subdivision. Yeah, dynamic subdivision, and yeah, I just like it. Easier for me to work and bend. A very niche industry. Cool. Cool. Oh, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, since you showed me that chair of yours, let me see if I have this here. There's one 3D modeling project I did. Maybe you might have seen this at one point, since it's a chair related thing. Let's see. Oops, hang on, let me do one more stuff. Where's this image? Throw this into pure rough too. Or did you do this? Maybe I modeled this based off your work. I saw this in a Discord channel, these coffin chairs. And I'm like, hey, that's cute. I'm like, I could probably do that. So sure enough, I went ahead and see, okay, can I whip this up? So I did. I got something. Try to get like wood grain texture and some padding inside. But yeah. Let's see, I think I have my That's great. Here, hang on. I think I have the printed image here somewhere. Oh yeah. So here is my 3D print. This is version 1 that didn't have the textures to it. Let me get rid of this. Oh, actually here's a better picture. This one. This is the one we see here on the screen. So this is straight off the printer. However, I usually do like a rub finish to it. So I did like a silver rub. This is version 1 without any textures to it. Version 2 has a texture. And for the rub method, I do a coat of just black paint, and then go over it with a silver brush, just dab it, and the raised texture detail will just grab onto the silver paint, and it just makes the detail pop. That's so cool. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, this is right, so with version 1, I didn't do any texture back here, and I tilted it at an angle so I can print it. But here, I think what did I do here? Maybe I print this upright. I printed upright. Oh, here's this. Two-piece. You have this little stool with non-functioning wheels and then the chair itself. Can't wait to hold something. Oh, that's another good feeling too. Once you're able to 3D print it and hold the stuff that you digitally created, you're like, I'm a creator. It's a good feeling. And then if you're out and about and networking with people and making people's ideas come true, they geek out and like, thank you so much. It's a nice feeling to be able to help someone out with whatever ideas that they may have, and they may think someone else think it's a silly idea, but no worries. We have the power to make it come to fruition. For my job, we do systems control for the largest data centers in the world. Ooh. So I model the facilities themselves and everything that goes inside them. Those renders go into their HM2, HMIs? Oh, machine interface. Okay. Gosh, I'm thinking of a word, but I'm kind of blanking out on that. What's the word called? It's gonna come back to me. I forgot. Dang it. Maybe I drink some water. Or maybe the word I'm thinking of is interior designer, but you're helping lay out the whole overall dimensional area so they can plan out what they can fit it with. Think of like a Tesla screen that controls a car. Tesla screen that controls a car. But instead, you're making you're making the facilities and everything that goes inside them. So you're kind of allowing them to visually place things to see if the layout works for them. Or maybe I can stop guessing and just let you fill in the answer. Okay, duplicate this. We'll do the same. Apply. Grab this. Oh, actually, wait. I notice it's a bit pixelated here, and that'll show up on the print too. That's from not having enough resolution. So if I do that, duplicate it, get into maybe the millions, that's a lot there. Now this will be better. Not as pixelated. But that means my file size is going to get big too from all this. Voila. I was going to say I should do the detailing last. I'll do the posing last. So the engineers can visually see, that's it, visually see stuff. Monitor different aspects of the facility. Water voltage. Ah, okay. I gotcha. That makes sense now. That makes sense now. I was gonna compare this to what you just said there, but it's not quite the same. I was thinking of like those smart thermostat, just to be able to, adjust things freely. But not quite like that though. Maybe a thermostat with like, I don't know, Google or Siri Home Assist. I don't think this one is that hammered. Let me undo all that. Let's see. These places are literal cities. If there's ever a zombie recipes. Let me back this up. That might be too much hammer noise. Let's see if I have another one that's not as gnarly. Maybe this one, rock. Yeah, rock. This is what I need. Rock and some higher intensity. Let's see. They can be self-sustained for weeks without outside power. Ooh. Alright, that is definitely a niche feeler in there. New to me. Well, hopefully you're liking the job there. My current day job is working at a trophy place, so I'm in their 3D department making custom trophy things. But I mainly do a lot of the championship rings and jewelries, and then every now and then some sculptures type of deal. But yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Well, hang on. I see some repeating patterns. Let me try to scatter it more. Up, down, left, right. Start. B, Konami code, something. Okay, there. Let's see. Using Fusion 360 for that. I actually use Zbrush at work as well. My next door department, they use a lot of SolidWorks, and yeah, I think SolidWorks, and to do their spec draw up. Every now and then they'll walk over and say, "Hey, we need this weird, odd-looking, football shape or something that we can do in ZBrush," because just how nice ZBrush is, where we can just easily sculpt in stuff and do these effects. Whereas their software, they can't. They're good at making, bevel and fillet edges. We can do that too in ZBrush, but not to their accuracy degree as theirs. Ah, sweet. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, same thing here. Come here, duplicate that off, apply. We're gonna subdivide it to at least over 1 million. Grab that. Up, right, left, down, up, left, right. Corner. Hopefully this doesn't cause an issue. Oh man, it might. For it to raise up like that? I don't like that. I might need to double check the other piece I did too. So here, if I do this, mask it, inverts. Maybe this way, it shouldn't affect it. Left, right. I guess it did affect it. Because I pulled it out too much? Yeah, that was it. This alpha, there's a way where I can grab this. I think grab dock. Yeah. So if I go back to here, subtool, surface noise, alpha. Guess I need to save it out or something. Oops, wait. Undo. Reset. Orb, brush, where'd you go? Orb, rock. I'm wanting to grab this alpha and import it into the surface noise. I think if I go to, yeah, alpha up here, create alpha from, there's a way where I can export it. Where are you? Export. There. Okay, download. Orb. Rock noise. Okay, back to our noise. Alpha. There we go. Let's play with this. Alpha scale. Ooh, there you are. But it's not. Oh no. Not what I had in mind. Well, is there a way I can adjust this here? That doesn't affect it. Nope. Let's see how this looks. It's a bit pixelated too. Oh, wait, hang on. If I do that, inflate by 5. Nope. No, that's not gonna work. I'll have to manually add it in with a brush. The alpha wasn't quite designed to be as a surface alpha texture, but wouldn't have known that unless I gave it a try. And here, I don't want the edge to peel up like what happened earlier, so I'll have to carefully add these. And make sure they're not too close to the edge. Okay, how does it look? This should work. It's not as high up as it was before. The detail should show up in the prints. Now here, examining this one, it's got that going on. If I grab this and do Control Shift S, S shrinks it. That's not what I want. Control Shift X, X expand. So these, I want to push it down or smooth it in somehow. So deformation, polish by groups, perhaps. That didn't work. How about features? Okay. Let's grab that. Grab this. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay. Grab this, mask it, invert. Shift A, Control A, and then I will blur the mask a bit. Manually come by to smooth it out. I don't want to have any of the raised stuff. It could create issues when it comes to being printed. Yeah, let's smooth it out like that. But also reapply the texture. Smooth. Oh, right. Back to Zbrush. Were you able to get Zbrush before Maxon picked it up? Or do you have the subscription Zbrush version? That's another thing too, where at one point I did see a few ZBrush users on Twitch, but I wasn't sure if they had the perpetual license or the subscription they were using, but that could be another reason why they're not streaming it. I got the subscription for a year. Cool. Cool. Yeah, back in the days when ZBrush was like, you can buy this for one price, and then all the nice updates they were giving out for free. I was wondering, like, wow, that's really nice of them. How are they, sustaining themselves? But maybe that wasn't the right approach for them to do. But they had a good run while it lasted. Hopefully Maxon takes care of them. Hopefully. Let's see. Shift, do this, do that. Blur, blur, blur. And smooth. Yep, it's annoying. Everything's subscription these days. That's their guaranteed cash flow a month. So this is a random comparison. I just thought of subscription with restaurants and their buffets, because I don't see much buffet restaurants these days either. Maybe Cece's Pizza. I don't know how they're doing it or how long they'll last, but even like some Chinese buffet, I don't see them around either. Alright, this one. So this one, I duplicate that. Apply. Subdivide. Here we go. Oh no. I didn't mean to grab this. Let's separate these. Oh, I'm frozen. It should be a simple separation. Okay, well, there it goes. Just wanted to do that. I figured if I was going to learn ZBrush, I should do it right. I got a Huion, yeah! I got a Huion as well. I got a small little tablets. I think it's... It's a bit too dark, but I got a small one, a small notepad one. Just whenever I need to do some scribble, some hand touching is when I whip it out. But for the most part, I'm just keyboard and mouse, and a lot of hotkeys, custom shortcuts, and just remembering all the whatchamacallit. Yeah, the shortcuts. Sometimes I'm even rebinding it so they're all conveniently on my left side of the keyboard. Oops. Guess I gotta reload this again. Nope, here it is. Or actually, wait. Mask this, invert, blur, blur, blur. There, now do it. How are you liking your Huion tablet? Huion. Gosh, it's been a while since I got my tablet to use. Alright, good. Good. At my workplace, I got a Wacom tablet, and that's I feel it's the same thing, or at least when it comes to pen sensitivity, it feels the same. So I'm glad Huion has a good, decent product that can compete with Wacom. Wacom. Quick save. This might take a bit longer, so I'm gonna drink. It was until recently. Well, actually, let me take a step back. There's this YouTube channel where this master ornate scroll work guy that does engraving on firearms. He was showing how he, does his swirls and scroll works and stuff. So every now and then, I would get my little notepad and try to practice a hand motion doodling, and I try to replicate that in Zbrush. Until recently, there's this one Zbrush artist that kind of shared his method. His name is Nacho Recicho. He does organic jewelry sculpting, and one thing was like a mind-blowing moment for me was maybe I can demonstrate here. It also has a chance to crash on me too. But so duplicate the hat. Same thing. Apply. Divide. One more. So this is a standard brush in ZBrush. BS. You have your scribe standard and scribe chisel. I think standard's what I've been doing. So yeah, you can draw out a line and it will add this engraving, or if you hold down Alt and click to update, you can make it raise up. But the thing that he showed off, let me do a quick save, because I remember I crashed so much playing with the scribe standard brush. Was if you hit the number 6 on your keyboard, it'll relax it for you. Let's see. So, say I'm trying to draw. Let me make this smaller. So I'm trying to do one of those treble clef curve, and it's got some hand jittery motion. But if you tap 6, it'll relax it. It'll kind of make it look nice. So there's that. I didn't have to go back or undo or try to fix my rejittering stuff. Oh, your current setup. Let's see your current setup. Oh, nice. You got like, what, 4 screens? Look at you go. But cool. So I see ZBrush on the bottom tablet, I think. What's on your main screen? What software is that? Let's see. Oh, and you have a, what's that little nifty numpad with the little at the bottom of your tablet? That looks interesting. It's like a numpad adapter to your keyboard. 3ds Max, okay. Cool, now I know how it looks like. Just did your base mesh in it. Ah. So did you transfer from 3ds Max into ZBrush then? Let's see, because I'm looking at the ZBrush and the main screen. I can see how it has that nice hard rigidness from the 3ds Max. Let's see. Okay, just got a random thought. Let me do this, do a double paste and link. Watcha! So there's yours. Okay, let me get mine up really quick. Squiggle. Undo, undo, undo. I'll come back to that later. Let's see. Base missionette. Programmable pad that came with the tablet. Neat. shortcuts and stuff. Okay. Quick save. So here, let's see. I see your piece. Let me see if I can do a quick replication of your base mesh. So base, maybe more of this. Line this bit. That masterclass was so expensive now. So expensive. Now I'm having issues with what I. Dude, yeah. There's a lot of information to absorb and stuff. Gosh, I think it was 5 years ago is when I learned the way of Zbrush, and then just up to now, still learning it. But it seems like the only time I learned stuff is what I needed to do to get the results I'm after. There's a few more other stuff I don't know about. Mostly the character video game animation side. I'm more into just doing the detail, texture, and some sculpting every now and then. So here, let's kind of mush this up a bit. I'm just gonna go ham on it. Here, something like that. Smooth here, just a general shape. And then I see here you have little tentacle Medusa snakes coming out. So I could do, I guess, turn off Z, have X on. I think snake hook could work. Snake hook K. Snake hook with Sculpting Pro. So it could be something like, woo. Well, it won't be as symmetrical as Zero's, because I'm sure you want to have like head you can plug in there too. But yeah, some of that. Woo. Give it some more volume, make it thicker. Rawr. And then what? You have like little stuff there. Well, I guess you could do BI model kit, perhaps. Oh, that's a long one. Model kits has some sort of shape like this. Octagonal shapes, perhaps. Or you can make your own. How do I pass it? Maybe it's one of the fasteners here. Yeah. So I could do something like picking that up with a gizmo and then control. Rawr, rawr. So there. It doesn't quite have that 9-degree thing, but I could probably pull it out with the snake hook. Back here. Whoop. BS snake. Snake. Let's separate it. Maybe the move tool. Yeah. Or I could just move this out a bit more. And then if I do my new shortcut, if I do Control Alt Q, I can do group by normals. I can just grab these. Come on, click, click, click. Invert, mask that. Tilt this way, use the gizmo tool and just pull it straight back. Maybe scale it down a bit. Rawr. I don't know, I just wanted to do something different from my project, just so I can, like, yeah. Because I've been staring at my working project for a while. You have a donut, or a sphere, or an eyeball there. Let's see. So I could either insert a donut, this ring 3D, but I keep calling it a donut. But I think you have a sphere, and you probably did a standard brush and punch a hole in there. So there's that, or maybe you did this. Pull this out, scale this in, standard tool, let's turn off Sculpting Pro. Wonk, 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 wonk. most importantly, Dynamesh. I have that on my shortcut too. Blur 0, 72, and then smooth, and yeah. Sculpting's fun when there's nothing you have to follow a reference off of. It's just nice, free-flowing creativity. You can get lost with it. At my trophy place job, I'm always following what the client wants, and most of the things the client wants is very simple clip art looking design, very plain, mostly just using their logo and just match it or apply their logo onto a product we have already. But every now and then we get one of those projects like, hey, the customer don't know what they want you to come up with something. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's like, I'm not a mind reader, I don't know what taste they want. So it can be a lot of back and forth, and it doesn't get very far. Or they also have to consult it to the higher ups, because the one in charge of paying for the trophy or award, they're the one that has to be like, oh, it's gotta be aligned with our vision and stuff. But yeah, the pros and cons of working at a trophy place. Back to this. I didn't do a hard save. The last hard save was 9:56. It's almost an hour. Let's see. That just saves your creativity for your personal projects. Yeah, it does. Personal projects. So that's another thing too. Like once I get home from work, it's like, do I have the mental energy capacity to keep working on stuff? Since I did like, what, 9.5 hours ish at work of ZBrush, I was like, do I want to keep ZBrushing tonight? It's rare that I have that feeling to like, yeah, I want to get this done. But yeah, you know, the life-work balance, gotta find a way to juggle that. Same, yeah. Yup. So there's that. Oops. Okay, looks like the face plate gets it, and the body gets it too. So same thing here. Grab this. Duplicate. Yoink. Let me see. So we have this, that. Let's see. It only gets harder as you get older. I'm still trying to imagine the old part is just a number. It's just a number in my head. I'm not gonna let it get to me. So I'm still doing my part to kind of stay shape or do stuff to stay young. So here, okay, this, apply and divide. Mask, do this, invert, blur. Where are you? Orb, rock. One method that seems to be working for me is double shot espresso. On weekends though. If I'm really wanting to do some ZBrush on a weekday, I'll just do some coffee at home, grind up some beans, and try to see if I can do 2 or 3 hours of stream before I call it a night that day. Which seems to work. But I can only do that for so long until I get like burnouts or something. But definitely having a good, what should I call, plan, or at least your priority list, so you know what you're gonna, ZBrush and not get lost in YouTube tutorials. That'll definitely help out. One thing I mention a lot on my stream, I do mind mapping. That helps me out so much. I have a lot thinking in my head, so it helps me put it out like on a digital whiteboard, and I can just visually see what stuff I can prioritize, which one makes sense and which one doesn't. Especially if I come back the next day and look at it with fresh eyes, I'd be like, why did I write that? That doesn't make sense. I drink 2 cups of coffee. Nice. I had one of these. 2 this morning, and I think I had a whole French press worth before I started the stream. So I'm still in go mode, and it's the weekend, and I got my streaming lights on, so they're bright white lights in my face. That's keeping me awake as well. And since I'm near finished, I'm almost done with this. This is kind of helping me kind of get that extra mile in. Now just look. That'll work. I'm in Oklahoma, the land of the tornadoes, and the place that has all the season. So right now we're in tornado season. We're about to enter hot summer season next month. Okay, so we're practically neighbors. How's the heat over there? We just have hot. Actually, Arizona, that's on my to-do list. I got a good buddy of mine. I need to visit her. I keep putting it off, but I need to, need to go hang out with her sometime. Actually, we had a great spring. Oh, good. We kind of had a good spring, maybe a month ago. Just now getting to 100, and that's too hot. Too hot. It's just now starting to get warm here. I think it's like 90s today, so that's the highest it's been so far. But we've had records of like over 110, but I'm sure you guys, that's no problem for you. You can probably beat 110. I was just going over, I think you guys use it too, going over my OG&E. One of my Discord buddies was like, hey, have you considered the smart hours? I'm like, yeah, I keep hearing you talk about that. Let me see what their rates are like. They also had a smart thermostat. So they were able to program it to be like start pre-cooling the house like around 1 p.m. or 2 before peak hours starts. I don't have the smart thermostat, so I can't really utilize it. And I don't work from home, so I can't manually do that either. Oh, this thing, I forgot. This is what happened. Because I made this adjustment, but I crashed and I didn't save, so I lost that thing. I was wanting to uncrease this so it can kind of fall. Man, really? Or actually, maybe I did do a save, but I did. Okay. Anywho, I made this change here too. I got buckles. I added insert multi-interactive. Want to raise it up like this, maybe a bit higher. That's too high. Here, uncrease it, so I can have a nice kind of rounded look to it. 5-4. However, what's this? Why is it doing this weird crease? Maybe because it is crease, I need to uncrease it. Maybe that might fix it. Nope, leave it crease. That'll make it worse. Hottest for you, 122. Too hot. I think I do have an Arizona Discord buddy. She, on her phone, I don't know what app she has, but it's like, this is the devil's butthole or some temperature. Yeah. Too hot. Let's see, I'm gonna grab this, invert. And inflate. Inflate this by... How does 10 look? 10 looks nice. Yeah, we'll do 10. Same for this one. Invert, inflate, 10. Perfect. Give it some draft angles there. Let's see. So I did that. I remember doing this. Okay. Trying to make it flow, not be all pointy. So here I could something like this. Yeah, there. This one too. Grab this. Bring it in. There. Okay, hard save. Let's see, does this? Yeah, this has the dull texture too. The belly and this metal band-aid plate here. This one is subdivide. One more. Brush. Okay, reset all the brushes. Load. Not that one. Brush. Maybe this one I'll give it the hammered look. Let's see how this will look. Too much hammering. Maybe make it a little bit less. One here. I'll take that. I'm okay with that. Okay, now for the body plate. Quick save. Quick sneeze just sneaks up on you. I don't mind. It's a good thing. It saves my progress so many times, so often. This part. Do I want to crease it or no crease? This one has no crease. Save early, save often. Yes. That was a motto me and my coworker would say a lot. There's a procedure we're trying to do. We're trying to do these ring model designs, and we were still trying to figure out how to use Zbrush to make jewelry rings. So the methods we were... Why is it doing that? I don't want this weird circle. Alpha off. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, that's a weird glitch. But anywho, the stuff we were doing was just too intense. We had too many unnecessary polygon points. We were doing... Why is it doing that? I don't want this weird mask. Maybe it's just a visual thing. Okay. Yeah, long story short, we crashed a lot. And we also had like rush orders that we needed to get done too, so we were all trying different methods. One method after another. Crash here and there. I think I'll leave that there. Yeah, especially to get like a ring sized up and hollow required so many steps. One crash, we just had to redo all the steps again. No fun. But now we know how to use Zbrush properly. And we don't run into crashes often. Okay, grab this, duplicate it. Pi, subdivide, subdivide. And here we go. Mask. Invert. So that's one thing that's different from the organic sculpting for sure. Is if you're organically sculpting stuff, you have like a few brushes. You just push and move and pull the cube or sphere to kind of get the shape you want. With the hard surface modeling, there's lots of buttons you gotta click. Lots of lots of buttons to click. And I like that. I like that a lot. That's kind of my jam because it'll give me the results I'm looking for. So the Z Modeler tool, the BZM, I love the heck out of it. And it's interesting too, when I streamed a few years ago and some of the other ZBrusher I ran into, we just have a complete opposite. They're like hardcore pros at organic sculpting, and I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool, dude. Vice versa, they see me do my stuff, like, how'd you do that? Or it's to each their own. Some people enjoy the free flowing feeling of organic sculpting, but they may not find hard surface modeling interesting because it's a lot of buttons to click, a lot of windows and stuff, and I get it. Just thought of something. If I were to add this, well, yeah, the texture on this isn't too intense, where it's not going to create any overhangs or islands I should be worrying about when I print it. It shouldn't. That was one thing I remembered. Hard surface seems like it would be mixed up for me. It could be, or it might be right up your alley. It could be your niche. Let's see. I have a train of thought. I want to continue with that. So, previous career path I was on, I'm a watchmaker, and I did that for 5 years. And with watchmaking, working on the small mechanical timepieces, learning, where the issue is and how to fix it, that made sense to me. That clicked. Especially, it was kind of like black and white in a way, because we follow the powertrain, we see the gear train, we just follow where it's being clogged up, where it's stopped at, and then it's either missing a tooth or something's bent. We go at it with our tweezers, make the adjustments, and boom. On to the next watch. And with the Z modeling, the hard surface modeling, it's like, click here, do this to make this effect, and there you go. So the best way I can describe it, that's just how it made sense to me. Now with the sculpting parts, so the part I struggle a lot is if I had to sculpt a human face or a human body, capturing their likeness. There's a lot more to it. I didn't realize at the time, because that means I also need to have a good understanding of the human anatomy, where the muscle groups are on their face, on their back. Just get the overall landmarks, is what they call it, from an artist perception. Do I have a face? I don't have a face here. But the landmarks, they say the distance from the eyeball pupil is like the width of your mouth. I forget. The very side piece, no. The size of your eyes is right where the width of your nostril is, and all these other landmarks. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like a good starting point if you're going to sculpt the face. But I didn't know that at the time. So when I tried to sculpt this one president of this one company's face, it was off. There was a lot of uncanny, they call uncanny valley or something. Like if you were to draw someone smiling, it just looks really weird, jarring. And I had a lot of that going on, and I couldn't figure out why my face sculpt didn't look like picture face. So good learning experience. I haven't practiced on that, but I kind of have a good starting point of it. Landmarks, very important landmarks. Let's see, back to here. Ooh, this one. Now, this one I already did. Can I still add it? Right. Yeah, subdivide it. Grab this mask. Invert. Blur. Yeah, anatomy for sure. And I realized the clay build-up brush is amazing when it comes to if you're sculpting someone, like overall physique, getting the shoulder, getting their chest puff out, getting the face, the cheekbones, and I forgot the muscle name for the mandible, the jaw stuff. But yeah, something about this clay brush. Zbrush did a great job with this clay buildup and the square little alpha. Because once you drag it out and you smooth it out with the right subdivision, it kind of blends it in and kind of makes like muscle forming in the face. Let's see, that's one of the main brushes they use in the foot models courses. Ah, good stuff, top notch. Zbrush made it right. Clay buildup, and I do the damn standard a lot too. Think of those nice sharp creases. So this nice sharp crease and piece here, I like doing that in ZModeler with my basic 1 unit helper cube. That way I can get the nice, creased edges here and corners instead of me trying to sculpt it in by hand. It just looks eh. So I like that feature in ZBrush. ZModeler, go. And then there's custom ZBrushes tool you can purchase online too if they are right up your alley. I purchased one. I like it. I don't regret it. But I did purchase a ZBrush kit. It was like Japanese ornate detail brushes. So I haven't used it much. I did use it a lot when I got the pack, the ZBrush pack. But for everyday use case, not so much. But I guess my personal projects haven't really required the Japanese detail brushes. Okay, I'll take that. Looks good. Man, my polygon point's getting higher and higher. So, trying to, when I work with ZBrush, I try to keep a small file size as possible. Just so, as I'm working on it, it doesn't get all laggy and slow unless it's near the very end of the project, like where I'm at now. So, earlier I was like, maybe I should do the detail texture at the very end. But I think it'll be okay. I think. Hopefully when I pose these, it shouldn't cause any issues. It might. Undo. Turn it off. Okay, everything's still in place. That's good. But it is getting quite slow now. Hat, body. Thinking. Oh, actually, as far as the pose goes, it's really just the legs and the thighs. Once I angle it, I can mirror it to the other side, make a little adjustment on the other side, and then tra-la-la. Yeah, that's where I have half of the piece done on one side because I will mirror it. And yeah, no need to do both at the same time, because that's another way to kind of save, another way to reduce the file size if you don't have a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I guess everything gets that texture I've been applying. This one. Well, let's do the helmet. Right, the helmet. Solo. Grab this. Mask, invert. Uh-oh. Okay, grab that. Grab this yellow piece. Make that one poly group. Cool, looks good. Mask. Deselect, invert, blur, blur, blur. Brush. Brush rock detail. Are you streaming tomorrow? Gosh. Still trying to figure out my schedule. Speaking of schedule, let me check my schedule. I got, alright, meeting up with her in the evening. More than likely, I should be streaming tomorrow. Time, I haven't gotten a solid time down yet. At one point, I did used to stream once a week on Sundays. Now I'm trying to do more streaming, now that I found a way to tie my streaming project with my other personal project that'll, you know, expand and be more scalable in the long run. So, for your question, yes. A long maybe yes. Yeah. Because I do want to get this done. I want to get this thing done. Oh, wait, actually. What day are we? We're halfway into the month. I need to not forget. I need to... So also, in real life, I host my networking event. I do a local artist and maker in-person networking event. Trying to help out the local artists, kind of, you know, if they're anything like an introvert like me, and that's twitching or streaming, I kind of want to be like, hey, meet some people. You'll never know who you'll run into and who they may know that could use your particular talent, skills, your art style for their project. And it's just good to just meet people in general, in person, especially if you're on like down-to-earth level, and yeah, just that human connection. It's hard to experience that over the internet, over this. Sure, you can see my face, but like it's not the same. There's like, you know, body gesture, energy, like emotion from their face, and yeah, it's just good to connect with people that has the same common ground as you, for both local artists and makers, but also people who are wanting to get into it too. They can also, you know, share their knowledge with them, their resources, and help out others. And that feeling of, you know, making an impact on someone's life, or at least helping them out in some way, it's a good feeling too. So I need to actually, before I stream tomorrow, I need to get the event going and start spamming it, posting it online, so I don't forget. Cool. I'm liking how this is turning out. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, consistency will help you grow your viewership. For sure. That, and what I really need to be doing too is to actually upload stuff to like my YouTube channel. But I don't want to just spam like, hey, I'm streaming this day 50 of this project. So hopefully whenever I get this done and do my live chat with Alex Brandwin, I want to actually put out like good, decent video stuff that's worth watching. But I may need to review that afterwards once I get the data from it, because there's been, maybe you might have heard the news, there's like some big YouTuber channels, they're deciding to not do YouTube because the content they're putting out, they can't compete with like the low effort, low quality that people are consuming on the TikTok or the Instagram Reels or even the YouTube Shorts. So, but I want to give this a try. I want to at least get one out there, see how it goes, and if it works the way I expect it to be, cool, I'll keep it up. If not, I'll think of something else. I kind of want to do some. Let me try this. Let me do a quick save. I want to do a live Boolean mesh. Put it all together, and then I want to throw it into my key shots. It may lag the stream horribly, but I just want to see how it looks like. Live Boolean. Let's go. It is now Boolean meshing. As I say that, how stable is the stream? The stream looks good. It's not jittery. Okay, yeah. Once I have Keyshot pulled up, that's where it all my core powers will go into. That's where it'll start to lag. While it's Boolean meshing, the pose I have in mind, I want to find like a playful puppy dog pose with like both of the feet in the front is kind of down and the two legs in the back is kind of raised up. Looking for a cute pose. If I try to do this pose, there's only 2 points of contacts I see, like the rear right feet and the front left feet. I think this one's in the air. Yeah, it's kicking sand. This one definitely in the air. So if I were to print this, it's gonna be like one of those restaurant tables that needs like the spun up packets to be balanced. Yeah, I want to print something. If I can get away with printing in one piece and not make it separate piece, that'd be better. Just less work for me. I don't want to reattach things or get. Well, it might depend. I need to look at this. I see the wires I have here, the dangling wires. I try to make it thick here so that it'll be thick when I print it out. I don't want it to be too thin where it'll just break when I try to remove the supports off of that. I'll make the drain hole. So this could be a 2-piece. I want to make my metal band-aid plate detachable. Make it hollow from the hat, canister, and body, and I'll leave the drain hole here. And the metal band-aid plate will be a plug. I can insert that into it to kind of hide it, make it seamless looking. As for the legs and the skeletal piston joints and wires, they'll have to be solid. I can't hollow it out. It's too thin to be hollow, especially this part. Cool. Yeah, these are the things I work with at work at the trophy. We have to take into account the thickness of pieces, because when we print stuff, we also make a mold out of it too. And the mold has to be, or the 3D model has to be mold friendly. We can't have a lot of bubbles or gaps or sharp 90-degree angles. It's got to have some sort of draft angles so that when they pour the resin or whatever material into the mold, it has to evenly flow and not get hung up somewhere. So I've been getting the hang of 3D modeling with mold making in mind, or at least mold friendly making. Oh, it's almost done. Almost done. It doesn't usually take this long to boolean mesh, but I haven't done that in a while. At least not on stream. Back in my early days of streaming and learning Zbrush, I was doing 3D models of a phone app game I played. The phone app game had some nice pixel art images that I was like, hey, I bet I can turn that into a 3D model. And that alone was also good practice too for me to get more familiar with ZBrush. That's one thing too I recommend to other people who join the stream if they want to get into 3D modeling. Definitely find a project that you want to 3D model, because that'll keep you going, keep your interest going, until you see it through. So, but also a reasonable project, nothing too complex that might be, I don't want to say out of your league, but it might be more than you can fight at first. So I recommend building 3D modeling buildings. That's what I did. It was simple for me. I finished it and I felt, yay, I did it. This looks nice. And especially it helps a lot more too when I posted the 3D rendered image to like the Reddit page, and people are like, oh, so cool, and the support, they're very a supportive community. They love artworks, fan-made artworks. So that just gave me more reason to kind of keep going and try another one. It definitely helps. Helps boost your spirits. You know, actually, I don't need to boolean mesh it. Escape. This should be good enough. Escape. Come on, abort. Whenever I do the boolean mesh, I do it to where it's going to be 3D printed, ready to go. But for this, I'm just doing the rendering, so I don't need to keep boolean meshing it. My background is in architectural visualization. Hey! So it's right up your alley then. Have you 3D modeled any architectural buildings yet? Oh man, this is really laggy. Okay, here goes. Let's do quick saves so I don't lose that first boolean mesh progress. Let's see, while it's doing that, let me see if I can dig up some old pictures I did with the video game projects I mentioned. Oh, okay, quick save's done. Alright, we're entering keyshot mode. So I'm moving my hand slowly like this on purpose because I'm trying to see if my frame rate starts stuttering. So don't mind me. So far so good. Oh, you're not seeing this. Let me toggle this on and toggle this off. So it is now importing. Oh, I see my head jittering. Let's see. Yeah, my biggest project was the ASU School of Nursing in Phoenix. Ooh. I think I did some little lapel pins for them, or some medallions for that university at one point. Okay, my face, it's decent. Did you enjoy that project? Was it fun? A success? How was your overall feeling from it? Okay, cool. Center the model. Camera. I need to change my setting on this. Save it. Whoosh. So far, so good. Twitch workspace. Oh, geez. Yeah, bring this down to like 25%. 4 cores. That should help with the frame rate. Exhausted at the... I hear ya. I might have an image I can show you. Something that took me longer than I expected. But it felt good to finish a big task like that, though. It's rewarding. I got the 3D rendered image to kind of show it off. And yeah. When I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, I did that. If I can do that, I can do, you know, bigger projects now. Settings, ground shadows off. Bring the exposure down just a smidge, make it dark. So, oh, I didn't change my thing. Well, I was supposed to change the rims on like the on these edges here at a different material, so it can stand out, or so it can be a different material when I slap this on. So this will have to do for now. Just throw this in here. Quick, 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 quick. All the clicks. Yeah, I made them all one material, so they're not separating as I would hope it to be. Hope it for. Environment. That. Oh, where'd it go? Bring the brightness up, contrast down, saturation. Yeah, I would need to go back into Zbrush and give them different materials. Otherwise, this key shot idea is just not working out the way I'm thinking of. Let's see. Look like for the lighting, you're just using, yeah, HDRI, or whichever keyshot uses. Yes, you're right, HDRI, and there's an editor I use here. Okay, never mind, this idea is not going to work out. There's a lot of parts and stuff that are one piece, so it's not going to look right. Okay, scrap that idea. Let's go back to ZBrush. ZBrush, where are you? We'll turn that off. Discard. Uh-oh. Come on, ZBrush. Come back. There you are. This is here. Man, I must be getting sleepy. It's getting hard for me to read stuff now. Jorgen! Oh, yeah, nice, yeah. That's, I haven't used this, but there is a few I bookmarked that has, some free HDRI background I could grab. Keyshot has its own library, too, that I can download, but the one I use commonly is the conference room setting. It's just got nice overall ceiling light placement and some, I guess, real life looking conference tables and chairs to kind of reflect off the model, so it kind of makes it a bit more realistic. But okay, scrap this, delete that. Besides that, oh right, so these fillers here, like this giant red block and this orange cylinder, I'm trying to find a way to blend it in so when I print them out, there won't be a lot of thin gaps. I'm trying to make it flow. So these are just placeholders, but I'll find a way to either scale it out, push it in, and make them connect. I'll do that once I've posed it. When I pose it out, then I'll start figuring out how to make parts touch each other so they can be a strong structural connective piece. Let's see here. Speaking of sharing HDRIs, let me see if I can share you the one I have bookmarked. I haven't visited that website in a while, but here we go. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Maybe it's in this folder. Or maybe I actually saved it on my work computer. That may have been the case. I think it's on my work computer. Oh dang. If I remember it, I will paste it here. Alright, how am I doing time? 3 hour mark. Gosh. That's kinda my limit. Either 2 to 3 hours of streaming. And then like, I need a break, or call it a night. For this case, it is late. It's almost 11:30. Made some progress. And then let me review what all do I have left. I need to add some more details to this bullet hole here. I remember there is if I zoom in, do the brush standard, drag, and I think maybe alpha, how's this look? What's the crater? Alpha, let's try alpha 21. I could, nope, not that one. Come on, where'd you go? Okay, I can drag this out, but that's not what I'm looking for. If I make the draw size smaller, make my intensity really big, so there's something like that I could kind of punch into it, but it's not quite the hole. Well, there you go. If I smooth it out, then I have something like that. A crater effect. And there's what, a few more? 1, 2, 3, maybe 2 more and a little speck of dirt. So there's that. Let me undo that. And then for these, there is, I know I saw it in the orb brush folder. Here we go. These, maybe orb crack. Not orb crack, there's another one. Orb slash. Yeah. I can just drag it out, and that kinda looks like that. Mine's a bit too thick though. I go here. And it's an alpha, so I can't really control this unless I go to. I don't have Photoshop. If I were to open this up into another editing image software, I can kind of thin it up. But as I say that, I think there is a thin version here. Here you go, orb slash 3. And I think adjusting the focal shift, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. But yeah, I have a few slashes I could slash onto this to give it that look. But I would do it now, but I am not fully awake. Hey, this is a good one. This is orb slash 2. Yeah. orb slash 2. Give me something like that. Something like that. See some little dimple bumps here, here. Yeah. I'm just looking to see like what texture what I can and can't do, so I can maybe sleep on it and figure. Oh, here we go. I can just manually draw it out. Yeah. So this is orb slash curve. So instead of relying on the alpha, the pre-made alpha, I can just drag in my slash. Perfect. Pinch it in a bit in some spots. I could pinch it in, but it would also, if I didn't put this texture here, it would also pinch in the texture. So that's one thing. So with the pinch tool, and I do this, it'll kind of do that. So if I did it first and then laid my thing over, it'd be okay. Yeah. Well, also, actually, even if I did pinch it in first and then lay it there, the pinch would also affect this. I'm forgetting the words of it now. My polygroups. No, not polygroups. Points. Polygon points. So if I pinch it here, you can see how the lines are all stretched out. So if I try to draw something, well, this is clay buildup. Well, never mind. It's working the way it's supposed to work. Never mind. I'm just falling asleep here. It's late. That's why. So there's that. Oh, right. I still haven't thought about this part yet. If I want to add a way... Part of me says I don't want to do this, because that'll help speed up this completion process. The other part of me is like, I already did 2 of the 3, noticeable battle damages, the bandana, the metal band-aid plates. And I think I can pull it off. I can do this. I just can't think of it right now. Other than that, I think that's it. Yeah. I'm picturing 2 or 3 more streams, or 2 or 3 more sessions of me ZBrushing this, and I should get this done. And then I can move on to my next project. Next projects I have in store. Oh, right, one thing before I forget. I mentioned the 3D renders of the buildings I did. Let me do a quick little show and tell, and then I can call it a night. Let's see, where is it? In the beginning, this is like stuff I would feel bad looking at it now. Like, oh man, I did this? Ugh, gross. The candy shop. This is the very, very first one. Delete that, jeez. Oh, actually, before I do that, I think I have the reference image too. Let me get that as well. Streaming projects. Oh, I don't think I have it saved. Not the reference image, but anywho, I'll just drag and drop. Behold, the candy shop. Let's see. Do a quick Google search. Oh, it's on the Google image too. My stuff. There's that. Based off of this. So in the game, this is the little candy shop and the little town you get to build and put together. So from here, in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, I could totally do that. Let's turn this 2D pixel art into something. Man, I'm looking at this now like, man, this is crap, dude. You can do better. But at the time, I was like, I did it. That was one of the angles. This one here too, trying to play with the camera. this is back in my early days. But also, I'm also trying to get better at being nice to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's a work in progress too. So those are the old ones, the very first one. The complex one I did. Let's see. Alright, cool. Complex one. This was E. So this piece, inside the inn, I had one of those days, like, yeah, I could do that. It took much more longer than I thought it would take. But I got it done. And I like it. So, when I finish a project, all I see is yeah, that's normal. That's a natural thing for artists. Because we create it, we know the small little things that many other people may not notice unless we literally point it out with a laser pointer. So there's that. Inside the inn. But yeah, they make great stories of all the mistakes that you see and made. You can do like behind the scene. Here's what you didn't know. So there's that, and then here is mine. Watcha. Try to recreate the scene almost one for one. In Keyshot, you can add these labels. So I made a little piece and use the same game image to insert it into it. Oh, wait, hang on. Also, the game has a funny lore. There's like this scary person, Lord Smiley Face. She's an innkeeper, but she's a mysterious person. So anywho, I like it. Thank you. Yeah, I remember doing each of these stones with a Z modeler. It was just good practice too, to start with a cube, and then try to move the points into the right place. Do a little bit of bevel. Let's see. There's that angle. There's like a shot of part of the table with the desserts. This one kind of a 3/4 view from this angle that has like the meatball, leg, bone, something. This is also good practice for me too to get familiar with Keyshot, the rendering software, to apply certain wood texture and get the right grain in the direction I want. What else? Let's see. Yeah, getting the proportion to look right too with the whole scene. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Learned a lot. So that was the big project I did, but then the last one I did was much quicker than I imagined it to be. So I'm glad that I was able to do that. My words is fading away. So this is the last thing I did with this game project. I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, I could totally do it. And sure enough, I did. I was able to do this guy. So I made the little robot, made it look nicer, made it clean. Where's that reference image? The top-down view. So here's this, and then I try to recreate it too. As you said, noticing the mistakes, like I could have made the orange tone to be a bit more bronze looking. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, this is also fun too, and the things we make in ZBrush, it's literally 3D printable, but for this piece I did not 3D print it. I would need to go revisit it to attach it and make it actually 3D printable. So most of these, so this game is called Guardian Tales on the phone app. Good game with good rich story, free to play. It's cute, has a nice Zelda top-down view game style. But all of these renders I did were just, or all these 3D modeling projects were just for rendering. I don't think I actually printed any of these out yet. I would need to go revisit the model in Zbrush and do it if I wanted to. But yeah. I think that's it for show and tell goes. I got many more, but I don't want to be the grandpa that kind of pulls out the photo album and says, "Hey, sit down, let's go over this." But I'm gonna wrap it up. Call it a night, and yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Back in my days, dude, for reals. Back in our days, we're old. Or young. Let's say that we're just young. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I try to be all chatty and informative and helpful whenever I can. Yep. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, until next time. That's all I got. All right. I need to sleep.